Hello. It's your boy Majid again. Just back onto it one more time for the day. So we got a UFC fight coming up, as you can see from the title. We got Evloev and Movsar Evloev and Lerone Murphy. We got Michael Venom Page and Sam Patterson, Roman Kopylov and Christian Leroy Duncan. Christian Leroy Duncan doesn't look how he should look. We got Austin Lane and Jhonata Diniz, which is they don't look like how they actually look. Alrighty, so first fight I want to start with is Diniz and Lane. Lane looks like a badass. All right, let me just have a better look so I can just. Oh, Sin Lane, UFC. All right. Uh, Let me just have a quick look, and if I go here and I go there and I just go kaboom. Oop. Ooh. Alrighty. Let me set this off and come back again. Apologies about that. Back at it. Alright. So this is what my boy Austin Lane looked like, right? So he's a beast. He's great at a little bit of I've only seen him standing up. I think I've only seen him win one fight on the ground. He just went after it in a ground context. And but the problem is he's gonna get have to get creative. So think it's the well, might as well come with me for a bit of a. So this is Diniz, right? This dude is an outstanding kickboxer. He's he's amazing. It's like his bread and butter. Last time I seen him lose was against Marcin Taporia, whatever it is. We got a lot of Taporias going on these days. Against Marcin, and Marcin had to take him down and get the whooping on him on the floor, which is then he slowly just became a lesser version of himself. But aside from that, um, he's awesome. And I'm not sure if this is actually if they have fought before, but but if you're gonna be a stand-up fighter, you don't want Diniz to be on your side. So in that one, I think I got Jhonata Diniz, and I think he wins because he's a better kickboxer, not because he's a better MMA fighter. Now, um, does that mean anything? It means a lot because Austin Lane is easily hit. Well, not easily hit, but he's hittable. And this guy, when he hits you one, two, and then on the third, you're asleep. And that's not in one combination. That's over like a period of time. Leave that alone, then we not go to Roman Kopylov, which again doesn't look how he's supposed to look. Um, Copy. No, Yufka. Ah, Kopylov, which is this guy, and he recently fought and lost to Paulo Costa. He also, as you can see, he fought Chris Curtis. He fought Kopylov. He fought Rodriguez, RoboCop, and he's done well in all of these fights. And I think it was Costa that sort of put the beating on him. Uh, his his only problem that I've seen in these fights. Oh, whoops, that's the window I'm talking about. So he fought Rodriguez, he fought Curtis, and and it looks like he might have knocked out Curtis. I don't remember the fight. I'm pretty sure I watched it. And he lost to Paulo Costa. I'm fairly sure of that. Alrighty, so in that fight, I think we got Roman Kopylov. Um, even though Leroy Duncan is a great kickboxer, I've seen them. They both have a common opponent in Cyborg. Uh, sorry, RoboCop, and yeah, but I like Kopylov in that one. I think he's just bigger, and I think if you're gonna be straight kickboxing and all of that, and the skills aren't all that different, I'm gonna be proven wrong like crazy. Um, I think the bigger guy is probably gonna win because I think he's just a better base, and I think he needed Costa to get his respect and them beat him. But if Leroy doesn't, then it's gonna be a bad day. I think it's gonna be for Roman Kopylov on that one. Jump off to the next one, which is gonna be my favorite fight. And in this case, you got Sam Patterson, and this is gonna be this is gonna be what is going on with the date? AI is tripping. Um, so we got MVP and we got Sam Patterson. We got Sam Patterson is English. MVP is English, so they're both from England, as well as Lerone Murphy, which makes sense because this fight is in England, actually, in Las Vegas. I need to vet off these backgrounds a little bit when I create them. Sorry, I'm in a rush. I'm actually working and stuff, so I tried to do all of this before I start up. And yeah, well, excuses. Let's just get better at it. So, excuse me on this one again. Alrighty. So, Sam Patterson, you're gonna put a stand up against Michael Venom Page. A stand up guy. A stand up guy against Michael Venom Page. A guy that I just watched him in a fight and he bites at every feint. Yes, he responds well, but he bites on every feint. We might see another head dented in at this point. And then we go to our main fight. Excuse me for a second. Uh, Never mind. So we got Venom Page on that one, which is not not a big surprise, I think, to everyone. If you're gonna bet money, then bet it on Page and bet it via knockout, I reckon. And hopefully, I didn't just put a hex on him. Then we go to Movsar Evloev and Lerone Murphy, right? Lerone Murphy always shows up in shape, which is great. He is a fantastic striker and all around the MMA guy. Evloev is basically he almost out grappled. By almost, I mean he actually did out grapple uh the former champion. What's his name? Uh, Sorry, I'm drawing. Aljamain Sterling. To just draw a brain fart in a second. So I just watched a fight between him and Aljamain Sterling, and he was awesome in that. Then I watched a fight between him being Evloev and the guy from Alpha Male. I can't remember his name. He's a bit older. He's got really really massive power. He's like a career wrestler. Yeesh. Who did Evloev fight? Uh, Evloev. UFC. So the fight was against. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to live with the result of that brain fog. So, but what he showed up very well was he's not just a grappling guy. He's a grappling guy, and he's a great striker. Now I think Lerone is got him edged in that department because he seems, at least from footage, he looks like he might be longer. He sort of got like the a bit of a lankier fit, so to speak. And his kicks are awesome, like body kicks especially. He would change the fight. But the problem with that is Movsar Evloev has this superpower of almost like he can choose where to go. He's got options, right? Um, think of when people fight Volkanovski. It's like, we have all of this set of skills. We can wrestle, we can fence fight, we can leg kick, we can move, and all of that. And then you take someone who's hard to take down, like Lerone Murphy, because he's always in movement and he stays in motion, and he's sort of like Max Holloway, but in a very vague manner, but in a way that he's always sort of making something happen, and he's always in shape, right? The problem with that is so is Evloev, and if Evloev has good striking, which is if you go watch his fight with Dan Ige, he jumps up and puts he counters Dan Ige with a flying knee, and and if you can time people and you can counter like that, you're a fairly decent striker yourself. And plus, all of these guys we get from that type of like wrestling fighting background, like the Armenians, the Russians, the Dagestani, the Georgians, and all of that. They don't stop. Like and like they've been training the whole thing as a whole from for a very long time. So chances are is Lerone Murphy is awesome at what he does, but he's not unique as much as Michael Venom Page is. And like that's just example. Not that I'm comparing both of them against the same opponent, but I'm comparing like Michael Venom Page to Lerone Murphy, as Michael Venom Page being unique, Lerone Murphy being more traditional, as no taking away that he's great at being traditional. I got Movsar in that fight because I think that he gets to choose, and I think that if you get someone who is good at grappling and wrestling, and also is a good striker, that will keep him safe. That, like, majority of the time you have to push the strikers into a lane that they're uncomfortable and they can't stand up with you. And if you can prove to them that they can't stand up with you, then and they can't take you down, then they immediately become somebody else almost. Now, Evloev is not going to have that problem because, in my opinion, at least he's going to have the option of being there. Like, you're going to stand up with me. I have the ability to punch you. I have the ability to protect myself. I'm not a sitting duck over here by any stretch of the imagination. You're not gonna change me and make me into your punching bag, so to speak. I watched the fight earlier, and somebody said like I'm gonna make him into my punching bag, and they did. I can't remember who the fight was, but um, hmm, somebody did that. Michael Venom Page always changes people into a punching bag and just beats up on them. But yeah, so I got Evloev for the main event. I got Michael Venom Page for the he. I don't think he's a co-main. I got Kopylov over Christian Leroy Duncan, even though I like Leroy Duncan more as like a general package. Jhonata Diniz is gonna be the man, and he's gonna get this stuff done. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and all the best. Peace, and excuse all of the amateurish stuff. I'll work on fixing it next time, but I gotta go to work. Peace.